Shalom. Call halal Yahweh by Shanal Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners, and to the Akwath that are listening and learning to you, I say Shalom. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22, and it reads, How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
Hey guys, Pedro V here. So I want to quickly talk about this real quick. You guys might have heard or seen it already, or maybe even tried it yourself. Apple's Siri can answer a question about anything, but Siri has given Apple users the wrong answer about the age of the president. When asked how old is the president, Siri would reply by saying,
Kamala Harris was born 56 years ago on Tuesday, October 20th, 1964.
Kamala Harris was born 56 years ago on Tuesday, October 20th, 1964. Now, apparently they already fixed this and called it a glitch, but tech companies possibly know something. They don't put and change algorithms like that unless they knew something was coming. Now, there's theories popping up that something might happen to Joe.
Joe is shot, okay? He's shot. Now he's shot. He's like got half of his head left and he's out. Think of it. He's totally shot.
And then they can slide in Kamala. This would also tie into the Simpsons episode of Lisa Simpson possibly being the image of Kamala put in place after Trump.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The country is broke? How can that be?
This would play part into their predictive programming.
No, but he's fragile. He's not going to be there. That's not what they're counting on. They're counting on somebody else. They're counting on by far the most liberal person in the Senate, Kamala. They like her.
But for now, it's all speculation. I wanted to quickly highlight that. And with that being said, have faith, remain vigilant, and God bless you all.
This is 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Everyone's a Christian until the scriptures come out. On their inauguration day, when these witches are inaugurated, they will swear in on the Bible. I just read from the Holy Bible the order of things according to God, and a woman is not supposed to be put in a position where she has authority over a man. And the ignorance of Jacob, of so-called the so-called black portion of them, and maybe some of the so-called brown portion of them. But many of these women voted, and many of these Jakes voted for Biden because of Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris, from my understanding, it is her mother that is the no, maybe that came out to be true. I'm not sure. I think of her father actually. No, okay, I do remember now. Her father is also a heathen. All right? Because her mother is Elam, a so-called Indian from like India. And her father is from Jamaica, but his father is also Elam. All right? So Kamala is not even your people. She's a heathen. Same as Barack Obama was. And you trust in Egypt. And you trust in this system over and over again. That is the true definition of insanity. To continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. All right? This information came from the WHO, the World Health Organization. But let's see if the governments of the world are paying attention. even though the WHO is a part of those world governments, but the governments aren't listening. But the WHO said that child malnutrition from lockdowns leading to poverty and depopulation. Why? Because people are broke and there's no money being generated, and many children and people are starting to be malnutrition, and which make them more susceptible to catching not only this C word, but other forms of flu and other viruses as well, which all of a sudden C became more dangerous than the actual flu, and the numbers didn't say that just a couple months ago. More people still were dying from the regular flu than they were from COVID. Either way, people die from the flu every year for many, many years in the hundreds of thousands around the world, and they never locked down everything before. This is part of an agenda. It says 6,000 infants dying a day as a result of malnutrition, not the C word. And that's not even counting the old people. That's just the infants. Why? Because of this is all a part of depopulation. It has already begun. All right. Biden and Harris will push masks, which will speed up respiratory deterioration and more infections because your immune system is compromised and you get weaker. Point blank, period. And they're trying to say it stops the spread of this. At the same time, it's destroying your respiratory system and destroying your immune system to make you more susceptible not only to C, but to other diseases as well. All right. Point blank, period. These people are here to forward Satan's agenda. All right. Which the Lord is going to put a stop to. This is and they want to do it peacefully. So this is Daniel 8:25. And it reads, and through his policy also he will cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He also shall stand up and fight against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And we can't wait for that fight to start. I was in tears praying for it this morning. I'm not ashamed to tell you. For the Lord to hurry up and get us out of this hellhole. Let's click to another video about your man Biden here now. If this thing would work. There we go. The fudge just happened.
I'm looking for my sister.
I heard she's with the YPJ fighting ISIS.
Coming here was a big mistake.
What the hell? Okay, hold on. I don't know what happened here. There it is.
If I'm a felon,
okay,
just coming home from a 20-year sentence because of Joe Biden and that bullshit bill that him and Hillary put forth.
Another thing about how perspectives change over time. Bobby Rush, member of Congress, said the other day, I'm ashamed that I voted for the 94 crime bill. You ashamed of that bill?
Not at all. In fact, I drafted the bill, if you remember.
I know that. Unless we do something about...
But this is the man you chose to be over you. All right? This is a man you chose to be over you who's done nothing but railroad your people, especially your men, to prisons since the 80s. All right? The Clintons were a big part of that as well. You know, with that fraudulent Title 4D, which you ignorantly call child support, which is illegal. It's not even, it's done under the color of law, not under actual law. And look at the amount of families and men that is destroyed. You destroy the man, you destroy the people.
That cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now, not out of a liberal instinct for love, brother, and humanity, although I think that's a good instinct, but for simple, pragmatic reasons. If we don't, they will. or a portion of them will become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created.
They did create it through movies, through television, through rap music, through the creation of drugs. All that is look, crack was created in a laboratory and put on the streets. And the heroin mixes also. And who was behind that? The very people that you're looking at. All right, so you drug up people, you destroy their families with Title 4D, you get the man out of the house, you get them full of drugs, you elevate the women over the man. All right, and then you have a bunch of crazed, effeminate predators that get angry and just go nuts in the streets. All right, then you corrupt them with gangster rap, adulterous murder music. And now it's even worse than ever. This trap is so garbage. But they love it. They are behind. Look, the nigger and the spigger in America is a scientific creation by these people. And this man participated in it greatly. And a good portion of you niggers and spiggers out there voted for him. But you're the 2/3 anyway. So you're going to die with him. This is 2 Ezra 9:9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which have abused my ways, and they have cast them away despitefully, shall dwell in torments. You're going to dwell in torments, man. All right, I'm going to jump down to verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain. The Lord is going to kill you niggers and spiggers painfully.
Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them and do not take them out of society.
We created them and we do not forgive them. You hear this? How blatant.
To protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society.
Mass incarceration has put hundreds of thousands behind bars for minor offenses. Joe Biden wrote those laws.
Every major crime bill that's come out of this Congress has had the name Joe Biden on that bill. We do everything but hang people for jaywalking in this bill.
Joe Biden's policies destroyed millions of black lives. Joe Biden may not remember, but we do.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Take a look at my record, man.
When I marched in the Civil Rights Movement, I marched with tens of thousands of others.
He had not actually marched during the Civil Rights Movement and kept telling the story anyway.
I came out of the Civil Rights Movement. I was one of those guys that sat in and marched and all that stuff.
Now, his aides went back to say, look, he was in office marching for the idea.
That's not what the word marching means on Twitter. I was not out marching.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
They're going to put you all back in chains.
And you ain't black. Poor kids are just as...
So, this man, his words do not match his actions. The Bible told you, the Lord told you, never to trust thine enemy. Call halal Yahweh Shalom Shai Ba'ashem Bakarpadash Wa Abba Babal. And you know what, Salakia? You ain't black, you're brown. Shalom.